All right, listen up everyone, because what I'm about to share could completely shift how you look at land investment in Kenya. Now, I want you to say this with me. Land banking is not about building my dream home, it's about building my dream wealth. That's right, because too many people approach land buying emotionally instead of strategically. But we're not here to do what everyone else does. We're here to think like investors, not settlers. So, let's talk about a golden strategy that the wealthy understand well. Investing in areas close to new government or industrial projects. This is where serious money hides in plain sight. Picture this. You buy land near a massive project, a free trade zone, a new port, an industrial park, or even a government road expansion. You don't need to build anything immediately. Just position yourself, hold your land, and let time and development work for you. If you position yourself right, you can multiply your investment several times over without laying a single brick. Let's take a real example. Konza Technopolis, what we call Kenya's Silicon Savannah. Some people ignored it when it started. But today, investors are pouring in, companies are setting up, and those who bought land early are smiling all the way to the bank. And that's not all. Look at Naivasha Dry Port or the Lapset Corridor linking Lamu to Ethiopia and South Sudan. Every inch of land around those projects is appreciating fast. Why? Because where government money goes, growth follows. Now, someone might ask, but what about the traffic, the congestion, the noise in those industrial areas? Let me tell you something. You're not buying that land to live there. You're buying it because other people will need to. You're not the target resident. You're the future supplier. Your buyers will be businesses, workers, investors, and developers who will gladly pay you a premium to own a piece near opportunity. So never confuse investment property with residential property. You're buying for growth, not comfort. Let me ask you a question. If the government announced a new airport today in your county, what's the first thing you'd do? Exactly, you'd rush to check the land nearby. Why? Because airports are magnets for growth. Hotels, logistics, warehouses, homes, all come rushing in. That's the same mindset you should have about any new project. Always follow development before development follows you. Universities and economic hubs, fertile grounds for investment. Now, let's talk about another gold mine. Areas near universities and economic hubs. How many of you know Juja? Yes, home to JKUAT. Think about how busy that place is. Students, lecturers, businesses, hostels. That means constant demand for land and housing. When you buy land near a university, you're tapping into a permanent market. Those students may leave, but new ones will always come. That's the beauty of it. It's recurring demand. And it's not just Juja. Think of Kikuyu, Kitengela, Kangundo Road, all places that were quiet a few years ago but are now booming because of the population moving closer to schools and workplaces. You see, universities don't just bring education, they bring economies. So when you see a university, see opportunity. The secret is to invest before the buzz becomes public. By the time billboards go up, prices have already jumped. So go where the institutions are building next. Go where the future is forming now. Don't buy where you want to live, buy where others will need. Let me tell you something that changed my life. I stopped buying land where I loved, and I started buying where others would need. That's a mindset shift, because most people buy land emotionally. They say, oh, I love the scenery, or it's near my home village. Listen, your feelings don't pay appreciation. Demand does. You must train yourself to think strategically. 20 years ago, people laughed at Ngong and Kiselian. They said it was too far. Today, if you check prices there, you laugh back. The same with Kikuyu and Nachu. Back then, nobody wanted them. But when the Southern Bypass came in and the Nairobi-Mau Summit Highway started, boom, prices shot through the roof. And that's the point. I don't buy emotionally, I buy intelligently. I own plots in areas that truthfully, I don't even like. And people ask me, why would you buy there? And I tell them, because I'm not the one who will live there. You're not buying a home, you're buying the future. Let me say that again. You are not buying to live, you are buying to sell. You are not purchasing comfort, you are purchasing potential. Now listen, successful land bankers don't guess, they study migration patterns. So let me ask you, where are people moving to from Nairobi right now? Yes, those are the magic zones. Nairobi is getting more expensive every year, so people are naturally moving to nearby, affordable areas. When people move, they bring demand. When demand comes, value rises. And when value rises, those who position themselves early win big. It's really that simple. So follow the people, follow the roads, follow the infrastructure. Don't chase trends, study trends. The wisdom of profit-driven investments. Now let me emphasize something. Land banking is not about love, it's about logic. When you are buying, detach your emotions. Think like an investor, not a dreamer. It's not about where you want to stay, it's about where the market will explode next. Write this down. Land banking is about people, population, and potential. That's your golden triangle. You buy where people are going, where infrastructure is growing, and where value will follow naturally. And remember, your goal isn't just to make money, it's to create generational wealth. This is how you build an inheritance without breaking your back. Buy, hold, wait. Let time and population do the heavy lifting. Invest near airports and major connectors. Let me drop a gem here. Land near airports is pure gold. I'll give you a real-life example. Our estate off the Southern Bypass, about 30 minutes from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Why did we choose it? Strategy. It's close to the airport, off the expressway, and on a key corridor. Perfect positioning. And do you know why that matters? Because airports attract everything. Hotels, logistics, housing, all come rushing in. And here's a little historical reminder. In the 1960s and 70s, Kitengela and Kikuyu were just bushlands. Nobody wanted them. But when infrastructure came, everything changed. Those who saw the opportunity early, today they are millionaires. Some never lived there, but their children are now reaping the rewards of their parents' foresight. That's what we call generational strategy. Avoid land banking in your rural home. Now, I'm going to say something that might sting a little, but it's the truth. Don't waste your money doing land banking in your rural home. That's not an investment, that's emotion disguised as wisdom. Someone once asked me, when are you investing back home? I said, invest in what? What's happening there? You see, I love my village, but love doesn't create profit. Until there's real development there, I'd rather invest in Nairobi, Mombasa, or Nakuru. I'll build in my village one day, but only after I've built wealth somewhere that appreciates. Remember, two broke people can't help each other. Build wealth first, then return to build legacy. Yes, land in Narok or Machokas might be rising, but not like Juja or Kangundo Road. Go where the money multiplies. The misguided emotional investment. Many people get trapped in emotional investing. They spend millions building mansions in the village, beautiful homes that stay empty most of the year. I call them beautiful liabilities. The walls may shine, but the investment dies. Why not use that same 200 million to develop a small estate in Kitengela or Kikuyu? The profits could fund 10 mansions later. It's not that building a beautiful home is wrong, it's just premature. Build wealth before you build showpieces. Don't show off too early. Build so much that when you do decide to build that house in the village, it's from a place of abundance, not debt. I always say, make so much money that even if witches target your business, they'll fail miserably. There's a proverb that says, don't provoke the thief when your hands are empty. My version is, don't build a monument when your foundation is weak. Build wealth before returning to the village. So, here's the principle. Build wealth before returning to the village. Focus on high return zones first. Nairobi outskirts, Juja, Kikuyu, Kangundo Road. These are the corridors of profit. Once you've made it, go back home and build something beautiful. Give back to your community, sponsor projects, but do it from strength. Don't let emotion rob you of strategy. Because let's be real, land in the village might not appreciate for decades, while urban land doubles or triples every few years. So don't confuse sentiment with strategy. Focus on wealth creation first. The wise investor's mindset. And that brings me to my final point. The mindset of a wise investor. A wise investor doesn't chase emotions, he chases opportunity. He doesn't buy for pride, he buys for profit. He doesn't wait for everyone to believe in his decisions. He moves before they see the vision. Because by the time everyone believes, the opportunity is gone. So my challenge to you today is this: stop thinking like a land buyer and start thinking like a land banker. Because the one who sees the future before others do, controls it. So go where the projects are coming, where roads are being built, where industries are rising. Don't be sentimental, be strategic. Don't buy where you want to live, buy where others will need to live. That's how you turn soil into gold and vision into generational wealth.